Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to iDeviceFocus. In today's super exciting video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys top 3 best video editing app for iPhone and Android devices. So hopefully you guys are excited. Let's just dive right into this video. So number 3 on our list is called YouCut. This is how the icon looks like. YouCut. This is available in the App Store as well as your Play Store in the Android. Right here, as you guys can see, this is how the app looks like. Amazing, almost perfect 5 stars. And this app is completely free of charge. You guys can download it. As soon as you open this app, this is how it looks like. You're greeted in the homepage, and if you want to start editing, you're going to click on plus icon, and then you can start a new project, or you can also have access to your existing projects as well. We're just going to go ahead and create a new project, and then boom, this will have access to your photo library where you can import all the media that you want, your photos as well as your videos. I'm just going to go ahead and import this one. So once you have imported your footage, this is how it looks like. This is your timeline. You have the beautiful white interface, and it's so easy to access. Everything's on the bottom at your fingertips. We're going to go from the left to the right, just explaining every single menu that we have. Basic menu is we have the trim. You can easily either trim it or you can cut it like so. You can just make it longer. Whichever part you want to cut out, you can cut out, or you can also make it split by just selecting the specific part that you want to split it from and then just clicking on that apply button. Once you have done that, the next thing is we have the music menu. In this music menu right here, as you guys can see, you have a bunch of different music over here. We have the my music, we have the effects, we have the recents. These are all for you to use in your videos. Not all of them might be copyright free, but you guys can do your own due diligence. Let's say I want to use the most trending ones. I'm going to click on the hot one and then just use this one right here. Use it. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it, and it's just gonna pop up right here in my timeline in this beautiful interface. And then you can obviously control the audio, the volume of this specific sound effect. Once you're done, you can just go back to it. The next thing that we have is the filters. Within the filters, you have a bunch of different free selection of filters. Some of them are pro right here. This one is pro, but most of them are completely free, like this one, that one. You guys can just play around with this and you'll find at least a couple of different filters that you like the most. I'm just gonna put it on the natural one because I think this looks the best. And if you just click on this one check mark, it's gonna only apply it to this specific clip. But if you just click on this one on the left side, the double check mark, it's gonna apply to all the existing clips in your timeline, which is really convenient if you wanna apply the same filter for all the clips. And then next one is we have effects. Within the effect right here, as you guys can see, we have a bunch of different effects for you to use. All the pro ones obviously require you the premium subscription one, but they're only handful. Most of them are completely free for you to use. You can just play around with it. You just need to hold it like so. As you guys can see, it's going to show you the preview of this effect, how it works. And then we also have AI effects right here. We have a bunch of different AI effects that you guys can play around with. But once you're done, you're just going to click on play, and that's it right here, as you guys can see. Next up, we have the text. You can add any text you want. Let's say I'm going to do San Francisco right here, and then I can play around with the fonts. We have a bunch of different fonts within the selection over here. You have this one, for example, or my favorite one is this one, and then you can just resize this font the way you want it and adjust it, the position as well as the coloring. You can just change around, play around with the coloring as well. But I think this one looks the best right here. Our timeline already looking good. Captions, you can also add captions, but on the free version you get only 1 minute of free captions per ads that you watch. So if you need more than 1 minute, you're gonna have to watch multiple ads, or you might have to get the premium version. But don't worry, I don't recommend you to use this specific video editing app for subtitles, the captions. There's a better app coming. Just keep on watching this video. Don't pay for this app whatsoever. You can just use the different app, which I'm going to show you guys later on. But yeah, besides that, we have all the other basic text settings. And then we have the stickers. You have the different effects, different emojis, share, bunch of different categories for the stickers. But the one that you might want to use is the like, subscribe, all these different stickers that is good for your social media content. But once you're done with it, you're going to click on next. We have right here PIP mode. This is by far my favorite feature because with the PIP mode, you can do an overlay where you can just have your talking headshot, your A-roll on the bottom while you're doing a commentary right here, as you guys can see. You can just adjust it wherever you want. This is good for maybe for gaming content or tech videos or like tutorial videos where you're going to have your own face over here and then the entire video just playing. You're going to have your commentary. You're going to show show something in the screen. And also best thing is that you can just cut out your face as well. If you don't want the background of your clip, you can just cut out so that way it's only your face showing in the video. You guys get the idea. You can add animations, you can do masking as well. If you want to cut out a specific part of it, you don't want to use the AI cutout feature, you can just mask it yourself manually as well, which is really amazing. But you guys get the idea. You can change the blend mode as well, you know, the filter, overlay, bunch of different things. Super advanced when it comes to putting a PIP. And then you can also change the speed of your video, you can change the background, and then you can add voiceovers here, which is really nice. You can just add it in this specific part of your clip and then use it in your video, and then you can flip it, crop it, all that good stuff right here. As you guys can see, you have a bunch of different aspect ratios. You have the TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube. You guys can play around with that. But once you're all done and set, so easy to save. You can just click on this top right corner. It's going to ask you for the resolution, which resolution do you want to export it at, and the frame rate. I'm going to leave it at 1080 by 30 frames per second, and then save it. Boom, just like that. It's going to save it, and at the end there's going to be ad, obviously, but because they have to make their money somehow, but your video already saved in your photo library. And the same thing goes on the Android as well. You can same exact app, the menus are the same, everything goes the same way for Android as well. But moving on, the second app that we have is called Vita. This is the app, this is how the icon looks like, as well as available in the Play Store. Icon looks the same way. You guys can download it either from App Store or Play Store right here. I'm going to show you the reviews of this application right there. This one, the first one that pops up. As you guys can see, almost a same rating, almost 5-star, but this has more ratings. 67,000 people rated this, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and open this up. This is by far, this is the second one in the list because this is my second favorite out of the bunch that I'm sharing right now. This is how the homepage looks like as soon as you open it up. You have a bunch of different menus that are highlighted over here. You have the project, we have the settings up top. All you need to do is you can click on new project. All your previous projects will show up on the bottom right here. Let's go ahead and click on new project, and then you can select any specific folder from your photo library. I've selected this one because this one has the footage that I'm looking for. Go ahead and import this, and it will show up in this beautiful timeline. It is beautiful, way more advanced than the previous one. It has a lot more options. I'm gonna go from the left to right again. If you just go ahead and click on this favorites, from the favorites you can have access to all the different favorite effects, text, filters, transitions, stickers, all of them over here easily for you to access. If you want to access the library, if you want to browse through, you can just click on that menu that I showed you guys, and then you can just scroll through all the different effects and find the ones that you like. Let's say I want to use specifically this one. I'm going to click on it and then just add it to my favorites like so. Now it's going to show up earlier what I showed you guys for you to easily access. And you can do the same thing for the stickers. You have a bunch of different stickers, different categories for you to find the stickers that you're looking for. And then we have the text. You have a lot of different templates for text that you guys can customize and use it in your video. Same thing, you can scroll through it and find the ones you like and then favorite it, so that way you can just have easy access to it. Music, when it comes to music, bunch of different music. Some of them are non-copyright, some of them are copyrighted, so be careful with that. And then when it comes to filters, this has some decent amount of filters. This is the reason why I use this app, because this has good filters, a lot of choice when it comes to filters. I think this is what stands out the most with this specific video editing application. Let's say this one I'm going to use. Look at this, beautiful filters. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to make it favorite right there. Also, I can just do use now, and boom, just like that, it's going to show up in my timeline. Let me just go back. And now after the filters, we have the stock footage. Yes, you're going to have access to a bunch of different stock footage here easily that you guys can choose from and use it in your videos as well. And you can also like favorite it. That way it's going to pop up in the earlier menu right here. All your favorites going to pop up easily for you to access, as I mentioned. Let's say I want to use this specific effect. I can just click on apply, and boom, that way it's going to be applied to my timeline. And then moving forward, guys, after the favorites, we have the edit section. Edit section, what it does is that it's for you to split or trim the clip right here. These two menus are super helpful. You can just cut out the end, for example, by clicking on this one, or you can cut out the beginning, place it where you want to cut out, and then anything before that, it's going to cut out when you click on from now. Boom, just like that. And obviously to split it from in between, you can just click on split, and you're going to have access to do two different clips now because they are all splitted. Also, you have cutouts here, voice changer, animations, adjustments, filters, masking, editing, chroma key, bunch of different menus. You can also reverse the clip, rotate it, replace it, stuff like that. After that, we have the sound effect. Choose from here, bunch of different sound effects right here. For example, this one is my favorite. Use this. You can also find from this menu, you can find the sound effects that you need. The favorite one is obviously my transitions sound effect. You go ahead, click on sound effects. You have a bunch of different sound effects specifically for transitions, which is really, really useful. You know how much have an importance they have putting an audio in your transition, because it just makes your video a lot more engaging. Click on plus. It's going to be added to your timeline, and then you can change the volume, obviously increase it and decrease it, or you can also add fade at the end of it. You guys get the idea. After that, you can also add voiceover right here. You can just record it and say whatever you want, and it's going to be added to your timeline till the end of your video. Just click on apply, and it's going to be applied right there in your timeline. How cool is that? But moving forward, we have the text option, all the self-explanatory stuff, same as your YouCut. You can just add any text and then just change the styling of it. The titles right here, animations, you can add any animations that you want and apply it in your video. And also you have access to all the stickers. You can use this for call to action. You have the like, subscribe, all of this kind of stickers that you guys can use in your videos, which I also personally use. That makes your video a lot more interactive and encourages your viewers to subscribe and like to your video. And then when it comes to effects, same thing guys, you have a bunch of different effects right here. All the trending ones gonna be under the hot. If I click on this one, look at this, how cool is this effect? Super cool. And then if you just double click on the specific effect, you can also change the speed, the distance, and the opacity of that specific effect. We're just gonna use this one, butterfly one, and apply it. And now check it out, boom, then you have that nice little effect. You also have face effect. If you click on effect and face effect, if you have a video with the face of a person, you can just apply these face effects, which are really cool and trendy. You have the clone, you have the glitch effect, electricity, comics dot, so many cool effects that you can use for face effect. But moving forward guys, we also have the PIP on this app, as well as style filters, which I like to use. As I said, this has some of the most my favorite personally my favorite filters in this specific video editing app. Right here, as you guys can see, bunch of different filters that you guys can choose from. As you guys can see, it is just non-stop, so many filters. After that, we have the mosaic, the background, and then the ratio. You guys can also change the ratio of your video from here easily at your fingertips. But once you're all done and good to go, what you're gonna do is click on this export, and then it's gonna directly export it here based on the aspect ratio that you did. But obviously I'm just running out of storage, but once it's exported, it's gonna save it directly to your photo library, and it will be ready for you to use. And the same thing goes on the Android, the Vita application. All the menus, all the settings, all the features are almost identical. But moving forward guys, the last but not least, number one on our list is called CapCut. This is the OG, the number one video editing app, and this is for a good reason, because this is packed with tons of advanced features for you to use. And what's crazy is that it's available both in your mobile as well as your desktop. On the desktop, it's a lot more easier to edit in my opinion, but nonetheless, for a mobile video editing app being this advanced is just mind-blowing how much is packed within this video editor. Right here, as you guys can see on the top side of this section of this homepage, you have script to video, where you can literally give it a script and it's gonna make a video out of that script, add all the assets, all the footage, all the audio, which is absolutely crazy. And then you have the transcript based editor, and then you have the smart ads, video translate. If you expand this, you're gonna have a bunch of different other specific features highlighted here. If you want to start a new project, you're just gonna click on this big new project option, this button, or you can just access to your previous projects on the bottom right here. I'm gonna click on new project and then select a folder right here and this specific footage that I want to import. Click on add, boom, just like that. It's gonna be added to your timeline. And look at this, take a look at this. Very similar to Vita, but a lot more options. There are two specific things that I love the most on CapCut, and primarily what I use for. Number one, subtitles, the captions. As I said earlier, if you're watching, keep on watching, I said that there's going to be better app for subtitles. This is it guys. CapCut is the best for doing subtitles, and it's completely free of charge, and it's fastest captions creator in my opinion. Right here, if you just click on this text right here, auto caption, and then just click on generate, gonna generate it super fast. And what's crazy is that if you have the pro version, you can also literally translate from one language to other language. If this is what you need, it might be good to invest into this pro version, but as I said, I don't need it. Most people, like 99% of people, don't need to translate the captions. So if you do not need it, you don't have to pay obviously, but this is a nice feature if you do need to translate it. But you guys get the idea. For captions, this is the number one thing that I use this for. It's super quick, super effective, and super consistent in terms of fonts. And then the next thing that I like to use this specific video editor for is the color grading. If you go ahead, click on adjust right here, and then if you just scroll through all the way until the end, you have access to graphs. Look at this. How cool is that? You have access to graphs where you can literally, this is the type of stuff that you would have on a advanced video editor. Look at how much of an impact it makes. This is just a must have for your mobile video editing arsenal right here. As you guys can see, look how much of a difference it makes. This is a powerful tool if you know how to use it well. So this is what I like to use this for. Another thing is it has HSL right here. You can specifically change the colors of individual colors in your video, which is really, really good. You can go one by one to specific colors and change it to your liking, as well as it does have a color wheel feature, but this feature is only available in the desktop app, and I believe it's also for pro versions. That's why I don't mess around with that. But besides that, you have brightness, contrast, saturation, sharpening, highlight, shadows, temperature, hue. You guys get the idea. This is the most advanced color grading app in the mobile video editing sphere. But once you're done with it, you're like with the result that you're looking, it's going to be saved right here. And at the end, this logo, you can just remove it, click on this, and then delete it. You don't need to pay for anything. It's just completely easy and free of charge. But besides that, guys, this app has a ton of features, which if I try to cover all of them, it's gonna take me at least a couple of hours and won't be able to fit into this video. You guys can one by one mess around with it. Another feature that I like is overlay feature, masking on this one. Masking is really good. Auto cutout also available in this one. Bunch of different features, guys. You can get inspiration from different templates right here that are trending. You guys can use these templates to edit for your videos as well. But you guys get the idea. Once you're all set and done with this video editing app, you're gonna click on this export, and then it's gonna directly export it into your photo library. You can also share to your favorite social media directly from here as well. But nonetheless, guys, I hope this video was informational and helpful. I hope you guys took away something valuable. If you enjoyed this video and you've watched it this far, definitely leave me a big thumbs up, and also subscribe down below for more interesting content just like this one. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys next video. Check out this video. In the meantime, peace out.